What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys the best Fortnite warm-up routine in Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3. Whether you're trying to just get wins in public matches, improve at the game overall, or even win ranked games, this routine is going to help you out. It's basically going to give you everything you need to get good practice and a great warm-up. Before we get into this video though, be sure to drop a like on it if it helps you out, subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see more. We're on that road to 200,000 and we're getting pretty close. And of course guys, it's always appreciated if you could use code Teckoh in the item shop. It's 100% free for you. It only takes a couple seconds to type in, and it seriously does help me out a bunch. As always, a huge thank you to everyone who uses it. But with all that said, we've got a lot to cover, so let's get into it. All right guys, so here we are on our first map for this video, and this one is going to be Raider 464's aim training map. I'll go ahead and put the code up on screen right now ahead of time just so you guys have it. And as I'm loading in here, basically a little bit of information here. One thing I always preach in my videos about warm-ups or aim training or anything like that is to aim train at the start of your warm-up. And that's because frankly aim training is pretty boring, so you might as well get it done first. And I find that doing it during the warm-up really helps to kind of get your aim primed up, and I feel like I hit more shots that way. So that's just what I personally recommend. And for the sake of this routine, we're going to be starting off with aim training, and as you can see, we have 20 different scenarios here in this map. So what I'm going to recommend you do is choose at least something for each form of aim. So something for your shotguns like these, another one for your ARs, and you'll want to do something for like your SMG right here, SMG right here. You kind of just want to get a mix of everything and get every area of your aim warmed up. You could choose one or two of them to do a little bit more of if you feel like you have one certain weakness, for example if you struggle with shotguns, but I generally recommend trying to get a mix of everything. So just for the sake of time, we'll go over one or two right now. So we'll start with the 1x1 cone aim duel, and for the sake of this, we'll just use a Maven shotgun since it shoots fast. I'm just going to do free play. You can set a timer if you want and try to get a good score or something like that, but honestly I'm just going to stick with this. And yeah, you can also use the fast shotgun swap option or the shotgun SMG swap if you want to do those. They're pretty self-explanatory. One is like pretty much double pump, you shoot really fast, and one is switching from a shotgun to SMG like you would oftentimes in a fight, but I'm just going to stick to the Maven for now. Then we're going to go ahead and start. And as you can see, here I am with this bot, and this bot is basically meant to move like a regular person would. So I'm trying to hit my shots. I'm a little bit rusty. I literally just got on. But as you can see, this bot is kind of meant to move like a normal person would, and some of these shots are actually difficult to hit. But you get the gist of it. Basically, this is just like a regular aim duel, like a shotgun fight. We'll go back to the menu here. And for this next one, let's see another one I like. Oh, I do like this bounce 360 one. You could get away with an SMG or AR. I guess we'll just use a flapjack rifle since that's the new one. It's pretty cool. We'll go to free play and we'll start. And as you can see, you're basically going to have bots flying around all around you, which you have to track. And sometimes they can be pretty hard to hit, especially if you're a bot like me. My aim is just terrible today, guys. But hopefully you get the idea there. This is actually kind of harder than it looks, to be honest with you. Like, I'm missing a lot. But that's pretty much the gist of that one. And I think we'll just call it there for this map because there is a lot in this map. And if I spent time doing any more, then it would just be an absolute whopper of a video. So with that said, here's the code up on screen once again in case you need it again. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next part of our routine. All right, so here we are in our regular creative lobby. And next up, we're going to be doing something very simple, which is a free build. Now, this whole section of the warm-up is pretty much our mechanical practice section, which means we're just going to be practicing all areas of our mechanics. And starting off this section, I just want to get some regular free building in and kind of just get the mechanics moving. So with that said, there's really no specific goal here. You know, you just want to do it for a couple of minutes. I typically do about 3 to 5 minutes, and you basically just build whatever you want. You can do some retakes, you can do, you know, some tunnels, you can do pretty much whatever you want to do. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. That's actually a technique I'll cover in my next video. Stay tuned. And yeah, guys, honestly, not really too complicated here. You can do some tunnels. You can do basically whatever you want. Get fancy with it. Do the ascending tunnel. Boom, boom, boom. Absolutely beautiful from Teckoh. And yeah, guys, that's about it for this one. Once again, very simple. Just some free building, kind of get your mechanics moving. And next up, we're going to be getting into an actual map. Alrighty, guys. So getting into our next map, and this is going to be Jiven's practice map. This map was created by the YouTuber Jiven TV. I'm sure a lot of you guys that watch my videos also watch his. If you haven't, he makes really, really good tips and tricks videos. And with that in mind, this map has 5 different sections you can use to pretty much work on all areas of your mechanics. So for the sake of this video, I'll just go over 1 or 2 of them, but you have the reactive tunneling, which basically helps you tunnel as if it's an endgame. You have the free build with bots, where you basically build up and fight bots. You have the aim trainer, which is self-explanatory. You have the headshot box fight, where you essentially just have to box fight and only hit headshots. And you have the guided free build, which is a bit of a unique one. It's basically a free build, but you actually have to follow where the map brings you, so it kind of requires you to adapt. Now, for the sake of this, I'm going to go over, I think, just 2 sections for now. And before we do it, I'm going to go ahead and put the code up on screen too. You can also see the code at the top of my screen, which is pretty cool. And I think starting out, we're going to go over the reactive tunneling because this is one of the ones I really like. So basically, we go into this green circle right here, and we're supposed to tunnel along with it. So you want to stay inside this green circle. It actually is pretty difficult. So it wants us to go this way. And basically, you can see what's going on here. It's basically showing us where to tunnel. It wants us to go up, I think. See, it can be kind of confusing, but it shows you the directions to go in. You do have to react pretty quick. You can also make it faster or slower if you want. But as you can see, this does help a lot because in endgame, you have to react to things like this very fast. And, you know, if you're able to follow these prompts pretty quickly and do good with that, it definitely is going to help you out a lot when it comes to competitive. And yeah, basically, I'm just following where it tells me to go and tunneling in that direction. So I'll pretty much just head out of the circle now. We'll go ahead and click our little remote and bring us back here. So that is a pretty unique section, and I haven't spent too much time in it, so that's why I look a little bit rusty in there. And I think the one we'll go over next is going to be the free build with bots. So basically what this section does is it puts bots on top of you, so you have to build up to them and then kill them. So pretty much you can implement whatever techniques you want, whatever piece control, whatever fancy moves. So as you can see, the bots spawn, you know, you fight it like you normally would, and then another one spawns up top. And yeah, essentially this is a fantastic warm-up because it basically puts you in combat situations, but you're not actually fighting against a real player. It's a lot more low pressure. You can kind of try some new things, and overall it's just a really, really good way to practice. And yeah, basically you just keep doing this on and on. It's pretty simple. You can do whatever you want to piece control them and box them, and basically it's a combination of your build fight skills and your box fight skills. And yeah, guys, so just to go over the rest of these sections really quick, just so you know, the aim trainer is basically a regular aim trainer with 360 bots around you. The headshot box fight is essentially a box fight simulator where you build over to the bot and then you just shoot it right in the head. Or I'm pretty sure it's like an orb that you actually shoot in the head, but you get the idea. And then finally, as I talked about earlier, the guided free build is a free build where you have to actually adapt to where the map brings you. So that is super helpful as well. And overall, guys, you can do a couple of these sections, you can do all of them, but overall, spending a good bit of time in this map is definitely going to help you out a lot with your mechanics and serve as a great warm-up. So with that in mind, once again, we'll put the code up on screen right now. All right, guys, so at this point, you should have your aim training down. You should have your mechanical practice down. And at this point, it's basically going to come down to just some combat practice. We're going to bring everything together, bring together our aim, bring together our mechanics, and basically get some fights in before we play the real game. So for this, I'm choosing Finest Realistic 1v1 map. I'll go ahead and put the code up on screen right now. And we'll be going against this guy right here. So hopefully he's not too good. I don't want to look stupid in my own video. Don't worry, if I look stupid, I can just cut it out. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. So building up. Where you at? All right. Well, it's looking pretty good for me so far. I hit you for 120. You shouldn't be spraying back. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Where you at? Okay. Well, GG's, bro. This guy actually seems pretty good. Don't box fight me. Boom. Domed. Oh! Alright, guys, so our opponent did leave, so I guess we're just going to call it there for combat practice. Once again, here's the map to Finest 1v1 map, but pretty much you can do any form of 1v1 you want to do. Whether you want to do a realistic 1v1, one of the box fight realistics, or just a regular box fight or build fight. Our only real goal here is to bring our aim training and our mechanical practice all into play, and basically just get that last bit of warm-up we need before we hop into the game. And hopefully, by this point in the routine, you should be all good. And just for good measure, I'll go ahead and put all the codes from this video up on screen right now. So on top is Raider's aim training map, and then we've got Jiven's practice map, and finally we've got the realistic 1v1 map. And don't forget, we also did the free build, but I don't really have a particular map for that. It's pretty much any map you want to use. And yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this routine. But with all that said, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video on the best warm-up routine in Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3. Overall, by going through everything we went through in this video, you should see some massive improvements in terms of your aim, mechanics, and your just fighting ability. This should help you get some good practice before you start playing, and get you a really good warm-up so you're primed and ready to go. If you found this video helpful, then be sure to drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see more, and of course consider using code Teckoh in the item shop if you want to help out a bit extra. It's 100% free for you, and it seriously does help me out a bunch, so as always, a huge thank you to everyone who uses it. But with all that said, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.